welcome to a new week vlog. This is the Sugaridoo channel and my name is Irene. This week is going to be a bit of a different vlog since I'm not working this week and I'm also not at home and not in the studio as you can see, but I'm staying at my parents' place for a few days this week. My husband is away and I'm taking the week off. So baby Shu and I moved to my parents for a few days. My mom is also a quilter and she has a really pretty sewing room with 2 machines. So while I'm here, I'm also quilting. I'm working on the penguin quilt, so I'm just doing some paper piecing this week. For these paper piecing penguins, I'm working on freezer paper, and because freezer paper sticks a bit and I don't want to stick it to my mom's new ironing board cover, I just put a piece of paper or baking paper, you can also use baking paper, underneath it, so when I press the iron, then the sticky side of the freezer paper won't stick to the ironing board, so that will stay clean of all stickiness. I'm taking a short break on the quilting work. I decided that I wanted to make another pants for the little mister. Pants? Shorts? No, shorts. Trousers? No, I think baby pants. Well, and I'm working on a really old machine, sewing machine, that my mom got recently. It's a really cool machine. This is it. It's a Elna, it says, and it's all mechanical. But it can do so many stitches. So these are just the standard stitches you can do. But here, in a hidden spot, there you have extra stitches, and they work with a kind of discs. So these discs, you can take them out and replace them. And these allow you to make all kinds of stitches. So now I'm using this one. This is a stretch stitch, which I use when I sew with stretchy fabric. I'm really impressed with this machine. It's so cool. Oh, and you really need to see this pedal. Look, see, it's so cute. It's all round. Morning! I just finished these little pants. It's so cute. And besides these pants, I also finished the pattern for the letters of the name Shu. So I can put that in the computer and then make it into a pattern for paper piecing letters, because those letters are also going to be on the penguin quilt. So now it's time to sew some more penguins. One of the questions I get asked a lot is how to attach difficult or oddly shaped pieces to your paper piecing pattern. So the pattern for the wings of the penguin looks like this. So we have a center, and that's the wing. So number 1 is the wing, and number 3 and number 2 are background color. And to attach piece number 2 can be a bit difficult. So what I like to do is I fold the pattern over the line you are going to sew. So I fold it like this, and then let me put my camera down. So then when it's folded, you take your piece of fabric, and your piece of fabric should be behind the piece of paper that you just folded over. So when it fits your piece of paper that you just folded over, you are sure that when you are going to sew it like this, you will unfold your pattern piece. I'm not focused. There we are. So when you sew it like this, then you can unfold your pattern piece, and you can unfold your fabric, and then you will be 100% sure that it will fit the pattern. So you only have to be sure that you fold back the line which you want to sew. Then you place on the other side. Here we want to place fabric. So on the other side we place it behind the piece that you just folded. And when it fits all around the pattern piece, then you will be sure that it will fit when you sew it and you fold it back. So let's sew it. So I've sewn along my paper, and now I can fold back the paper, turn it over, and fold back my fabric. And you see it matches perfectly. So now I can give it a press and then attach the other half. I forgot a step in the sewing process. When you do paper piecing, it is nice to cut your fabric pieces before you sew them together. So what you see here is a tiny piece of orange peeking out, because I didn't trim the orange part before I started sewing. So you see a nicely cut white, and then you see the orange peeking up behind it. So what you do to prevent this is that before you sew, let me focus, yes. So before you start sewing, you fold back the paper, then you place your at a quarter ruler, and then you cut along this line, what I just did. I already trimmed off a piece. So you cut along this line, and now when you add your fabric, which you want to sew here, when you place it along this line, so now the edges of the fabric are lining up, and the white piece is behind the folded paper. Now when we sew, and we fold back the fabric, then we don't have any orange fabric over here peeking through, as you can already see here, because it is trimmed so nicely. They are aligned. Then you don't have the fabric peeking through like here. Just a little tip to make your work even more perfect.